3.87%. That's the rate I just locked in for one of my buyers in April of 2026, with the average 30-year fix sitting at 6.35%. And honestly, that's not even the best part of this whole deal. The builder is also taking $50,000 off the price of the home. They're paying for her closing costs. They're also paying for her title. They're paying for the survey, and they're throwing in the washer, the dryer, the refrigerator, and even the blinds on this house.
If you are shopping for a home in North Dallas right now, and you are not asking your agent to find you a deal like this, you are leaving real money on the table. Like multiple $1,000s real. In the next 10 minutes, we're going to walk you through exactly how this deal worked, what the builder paid for, what the buyer paid for, and where the 3.87 came from. Who even qualifies for this kind of structure? And the 3 questions that you absolutely have to ask before you sign anything.
Okay, so let me set the table. The market right now, as of late April 2026, kind of looks like this. The average 30-year fixed mortgage rate is sitting somewhere around 6.35%, and that's up from about 5.9% or 5.8% at the end of February. Roughly 40 basis points higher in just 2 months. And that move is real. On a $400,000 mortgage, that's about $95 more a month, almost $1,200 more a year.
And here's what I'm seeing in my office every single week. Buyers feel that move. They go online, they see a rate that starts with a 6, and they get cold feet.
Yep.
They sit on the sidelines, they wait. But here's what most of them don't realize. The rate environment on a resale home and the rate environment on a new construction home in DFW right now are 2 completely different markets. Tell them about your buyer.
Yeah, I would love to. So earlier this month, I had a buyer looking in Lewisville. Single buyer, solid credit, looking at the $400,000 to $450,000 range, right? She had been shopping resale for about 6 weeks. Every house she liked, the seller wouldn't budge. They wouldn't pay closing, wouldn't drop the price more than just maybe a couple thousand, and she was getting frustrated. I took her into a builder spec home. She was a little skeptical, but the quick move-ins, they call it, they're already finished, already sitting on a lot, and the builder had been carrying it for the past 60 days. You know, that means paying interest on it, paying property taxes, paying insurance, water, electricity, all that. We sat down with a builder sales rep, and here's what she walked out with. Number 1, $15,000 in what the builder calls flex cash. That's credit you can use however you want, towards closing costs, towards interest rate buy down, towards upgrades, or towards additional features in the house. We used most of it to buy down her rate. Number 2, the builder paid for all of her closing costs. That's another roughly $15,000 on a $450,000 home, depending upon title fees, lender fees, escrow setups, and all that. Number 3, the builder paid the title policy. In Texas, the seller typically pays the title policy, but this builder paid for that, and that's another $4,500 on this contract. Number 4, the builder paid for the survey. That's about $500, but it all adds up.
And then the big ones, number 5, and this is the headline. The builder dropped the price of the home by $50,000 off list. That's crazy. That's not a discount on the upgrades. That's not a discount on the lot premium. That's $50,000 off the price of the actual home. Number 6, they threw in a washer, a dryer, a refrigerator, and the blinds. That's probably another $5,000 to $6,000 of stuff she doesn't have to go and buy and install in the first 30 days that she's living there. Add it all up and you get close to $100,000 of value transfer from the builder to the buyer on a $450,000 home.
Yeah, it's incredible. So now let's talk about the rate, because I know what people are thinking. 3.87% in 2026? How is that even possible? The way it works on most of these new construction deals is a structured buy down. So you hear that the builder's lender call it a 2-1 buy down, a 3-2-1 buy down. For the first 7 years, they are locked into a 3.875% loan or interest rate on the loan, right? After that, it may, depending upon the metrics and what the bond market is doing, the rates are doing, it may go up a maximum of 1%. So at year 8, you're at 4.875, still likely below your current interest rate. And then at that year, you can evaluate, do you want to recast and lock in at a lower rate? Do you want to continue this arm where it may go down, it may go up, but no matter what, for 8 years, you're locked in at a sub from what the going rate is right now.
Now, I want to be honest with you about what this deal is and what it isn't. What it is, it's a real signed on the dotted line deal that closed in April of 2026 in Lewisville, Texas. Builders in the DFW area right now are routinely offering between $10,000 and $30,000 in flex cash on most spec homes, and rate buy downs starting around 5.5% are pretty standard. Some are going lower. What it isn't, it's not every house in every neighborhood.
That's right.
The aggressive concessions are concentrated on what builders call quick move-in homes. They are spec homes that are already built, already sitting on a finished lot where the builder's been carrying them for 30, 60, or even 90 days. The builder's clock is running on those homes. Property tax, insurance, interest on the construction loan. They want to close.
And here's the other thing. If you walk into a builder's design center and pick a lot and start a ground up build from scratch, you'll get substantially fewer concessions. The aggressive deals are on what's already standing. And here's the catch. To get the best rate buy down, you almost always have to use the builder's preferred lender, and usually their preferred title company. That's how the builder controls the cost of the rate buy down. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. The builder's preferred lender is usually very competitive and competent, but you should always get a side-by-side quote from at least one outside lender before you sign. In some cases, the outside lender's rate plus your own closing costs concessions from the builder beats the builder's lender's rate. But always run the math both ways. And one other thing I want to mention is these incentives are typically not given if you walk into the builder without a realtor.
Correct.
For instance, this person walked into the builder and was offered almost none of this. It came from her hiring licensed agents to come and do the negotiating. The common myth is, I don't need an agent because I am working with a builder. And that's true. You don't need an agent, but you also won't get these deals without working with an agent. Now, 3 questions every buyer should ask before signing a new build deal in DFW right now.
All right, question number 1. What's your total concession package on this home, including flex cash, closing costs, title, survey, appliances, and any price reductions? You want one number. Some builders itemize beautifully, others bury it. Get the total. Okay, question number 2. If I bring my own lender, will you still pay the price reduction and closing cost contribution? Most will, some won't. The ones who won't are essentially using the rate buy down as leverage to keep you in their lender's pipeline. That's information. Question number 3, is this rate buy down a 2-1 or a 3-2-1 or a permanent buy down? And what is the floor rate on the note itself? You need to know the floor. That's the rate you're paying after the buy down expires. Those 3 questions will get you 80% of the way to a real deal evaluation.
So here's the thing. The market doesn't always pay you to buy. Most years it does not. You walk into a builder's office, you ask for concessions, and they smile politely and tell you, this is the price. But right now in DFW, in April 2026, the market is paying you to buy, but only if you know what to ask and how to ask it. Builders have inventory pressures. Rates have buyers spooked. Both of those are working in your favor at the exact same time, and that does not always happen.
Most of the buyers we work with, they walk into a builder showroom thinking the price they see is the price they pay. That's not how this works right now. That hasn't been how it's worked for about 18 months in this market. But the builders are not going to volunteer it. You have to know it exists, and you have to know how to ask for it.
Yeah, that's so right. And so if you're shopping for a home in Flower Mound, Lewisville, Plano, Frisco, Prosper, Argyle, anywhere in North Dallas suburbs right now, and you want to know which builders are running the most aggressive incentives this week or this month, message us. We track this in real time. We know which builders have the highest standing inventory. We know who's the hungriest at the end of each quarter or even each month. And we know which preferred lenders are willing to push the 3-2-1 or the 2-1 or even the 7-year arm that we were talking about. Here's the thing. You don't have to use us as your agent. You don't have to commit to anything at all. Send us a message. Tell us what you're looking for and where, and we'll point you in the right direction. Comments are open. DMs are open. The link is in the description, and we'll always see you in the next one.